PingSunday has the special permission of Coach Chen Kangning. Please don't upload the video without the permission of Coach Chen and PingSunday.
This is what we first make kids practice. It's about judging left and right. You do the same forehand loop. There is the sideways position, the forehand position and the sideways position. You need to use your whole body weight, including your core. The backswing is bigger, so we want kids to rotate backward. Why not rotate inward? Rotating inward also looks like sideways, but you are still inside the table. So we guide kids to rotate backward. And for the forehand position, they use parallel steps, because your first reaction is judgment. You just need to move sideways and pull back. Why does rotating backward seem to hit yourself? Because the ball is farther away from your body. Right, but sideways. Closer to the body. So for balls close to the body, you have to rotate open. Balls that are far away, you just need to pull back. To store power, that's enough. So ARV, forehand loop and sideways loop, are different. One needs to rotate, the other slightly pull back, as long as you can store a little power. Just pull back, store power, even both feet are a bit flatter. You see many high-level players. When they loop forehand, right foot is already forward. Of course, they are left-handed. Right, so you are what? Left foot forward. Left foot is even ahead on some shots. Unless very close, left foot is already forward. Power lands on left foot. It's already storing power. Sideways position cannot do this. Then there's space. Right, I think this. You first have to teach kids this. Look at him. Look where his problem is. Look. He has a little bit of what? Simply, he is hesitating to play the ball. Look at this foot. This is his right foot. What is he doing? He feels the ball is crowding him. Since it's a backhand ball, he wants to turn sideways. He feels the ball is too close. What does he do? Subconsciously, his right foot tentatively steps half a step sideways. What does this mean? Yeah, remember we said backhand pull uses a small single step. Now he subconsciously steps this half step sideways. He's basically making a single step. Where does the weight shift? The weight falls on that foot. Now if you want to turn over, do you think it's possible? So, for balls crowding you, you have to guide kids to use both sides. Yeah, withdraw to your left side. Look, is this the left side? Because you hold the paddle left-handed. While withdrawing, snap. Turn open, only then can you create space. Step in place. Yeah, right foot subconsciously steps half step sideways. It's over. Because kids are small, they feel the ball is crowding them. They subconsciously have this instinct. They use their right foot to probe sideways. Look. Once they step out, they turn sideways. Right, yeah. Good. Step and withdraw at the same time. Don't rush to roll outside. Good. Okay. Why? The thumb area is leaning toward the forehand rubber, right? If I pull more outside, I feel like I can't pull it properly. If you can't pull it properly, this action appears. Why did it just happen like that? It's this situation. You can't adjust your grip. You think about pulling more to the front. Thinking you pull straight back. Not pulling sideways backward. Why? I didn't pull outside. Actually, I still pulled a little outside. Why? It's because the grip and blade shape already decide this. But now, if you still want to pull outside, then it's over. It turns into this state. It twists, rolls, right? So subjectively, don't think about pulling outside. Just think about pulling straight back. This is pulling straight back. Actually, it still pulls outside a bit. Subjectively, do you want to pull straight or pull outside? But this outside pull at least can generate power. It can generate power. Try twice. Look at his grip. Now the common grip is also like this. This grip leans toward the forehand rubber. Why? Center of gravity and footwork. Use the body and hand against the ball. Yes, center of gravity. Yes, use body and hand against the ball. Good. Center of gravity and body with hand against the ball. At least it's not rolling anymore. The center of gravity clearly leads, using body and hand to resist the ball. Not when the ball comes. He tries to use force, and this happens. This state will appear. Haha. I want to tease him. Good arching. Okay. Excellent ball retrieval. Stuck position. AR. Just pull back from the stuck position. Run sideways while pulling back. Look, he just missed that shot. This is a common problem with the current common grip. What problem? You actually use this kind of grip. The thumb slightly leans towards the forehand rubber. This is the so-called backhand-friendly grip. Because now everyone inside the table wants to spin. It's easier to launch that way. Topspin is easier to execute. But this affects forehand topspin a little bit. So, if you try to do forehand topspin traditionally, consciously aiming straight to the back, slightly to the outside is actually a bit too much. Then what? For people with this grip, you can consciously think about hitting straight to the back, not aiming outside. Actually, when you think about hitting straight back, you naturally end up a little to the outside. But when you consciously aim for outside, it might cause the ball to spin out. If it spins out but you still want good quality spin, look what to do. Kids tend to do what? They tend to block, right? They can't generate power forward, so they just block. They can only generate power by following the ball. Use the momentum to push outward, not just pushing straight forward. That's the first point. Second, how to push outward. You have to feel the thumb leading the back of the hand. Never let the thumb lead the racket head. If you lead with the racket head, it will swing out. At the moment of contact, not only is it not, but it also loses control. Right. But when I lead with the back of the hand, the racket head moves too. But I keep it tight. I'm not swinging it out, right? Yes, leading with the back of the hand. I can produce quality with my flick. If I can't make quality come out with my flick. What's the point then? You're basically feeding the ball to the opponent. And I don't want to push, so I just push it out. Isn't it squeezed into his chasing position? In the end, because you put side spin on the serve, and I follow that spin to push. Isn't it squeezed into the weak spot? Right. Is this shot awkward? It's drifting, right? Not very consistent, right? I think when playing, either I deliver quality that threatens the opponent, or I make it annoying for them. If you don't produce quality and still flick backhand straight, you're basically feeding the opponent, right? One see clearly. If I flick with speed. If I feel I can't flick with speed, then I just give a ball like this. Follow the spin, push it to make it awkward. You have to adjust. When quality drops, I'm waiting for you on the next shot. Either break through with speed, or in the end you do what? Force a flick without speed. And the ball feels comfortable for me, right? I think playing with the right mindset is very important. Either show quality, or make the opponent feel annoyed. Nice. The upper body didn't move. You only used your hand to push short. You keep pushing short with just your hand. You're only using your hand. Is it short? Why is it short? Oh, I used my body to press the ball and absorb the force, right? How could it not be short? Force absorbed, right? My whole body leans into it. This short push, even this is vertical. Wow, that's impressive. Misleading, misleading, misleading. Still short, a bit long. A bit long, right? Body. The strongest athlete. Wow, what are you doing? I tried 100 ways, but in the end, I still can't do it. For this kind of ball, just block it a little bit. Isn't it awkward? That's why in table tennis you have to be flexible. Anyway, remember the either sudden or clean. Alright. Right, this ball is played in matches deep. Don't blindly try to push short all unless you are very decisive. If you're not decisive enough to push short, better not push at all. Basically, pushing a half-high ball is worse than pressuring your opponent. The worst is when you can't control the push. The opponent will attack you out. Good.
Read more about table tennis on my blog, PingSunday.com. Get free ebook and coaching advices. See you in the next video.